Hello, Internet. Welcome back to the stream. Vegas Bear here, as always. The rest of the crew's not here yet because I decided to start a little early. This is the time I usually want to start at, but I'm usually late. So, for now, it's just me. But I'm sure the others will show up eventually. Anyway, we are back with more DreadOut Keepers of the Dark. For those who weren't there for the last stream, we finished DreadOut 1 and jumped straight into Keepers of the Dark, which is kind of like the way it's structured reminds me a lot of Dark Souls. Actually, no, Demon Souls. Demon Souls. Alright. Okay. Weird. What the? What the? The heck is? Oh. Uh-huh. The fuck? Great. Starting off with problems already. There we go. Fixed it. Okay. So, yeah. Last time we finished DreadOut 1, we jumped straight into DreadOut Keepers of the Dark. And we already beat 3 bosses. And with each ghost we vanquish, this wall gets more and more weird. Anyway. feel like I'm missing something here because, for one, the door is still lit. Curse of the Beast. Well, ain't this nice? Dance performance flyer. Okay. Oh, Jesus!
Bone decided it didn't want to cooperate. Again.
You scared the fuck out of me.
That's because of the phone.
Hey, mate, come on.
So I'm still experimenting with what Shard's pieces can do with an attached other box, and Megatron managed to find some interesting ways to use this. Armada Megatron specifically.
Right.
I think he thinks Shard is some kind of overgrown mini-con.
You know, I can see that. So, you weren't here for it, but we had finished up DreadOut 1, and we jumped straight into DreadOut 2. Or, sorry, not 2.
Okay.
Not 2. Keepers of the Dark. So, we're dealing with more ghosts in a Demon Souls-esque style scenario. Or, if you want a better example, Super Mario 64.
Oh boy.
Except instead of paintings, they're just doors.
This ought to be fun.
Yeah, so, first game, I don't know how much of the first game you were there for, but, group of
I was
students...
there for a while until circumstances forced me to bail.
Right. Group of students, get lost on a field trip with their teacher, end up in an abandoned village. It's not quite so abandoned. And they get picked off one by one until it is just this character, Linda, and her teacher, Miss Siska.
Sorry for any background noise. The folks there are cleaning up the place.
It's all good. But, what? That's a person. Yeah, these are dead people. I'm gonna avoid this for a little bit and explore further down. But, yeah. They all get picked off one by one. Donnie is the first to go. Ironically, he was the first one to find a path into the village. He was crushed to death by a giant creature, and then his corpse was possessed by what is called the second sister.
Jeez, man!
Yep.
You can't catch a break!
And just to fuck with Linda, the second sister broke Donnie's neck. Just to fuck with her, because she didn't know he was already dead.
Man, these spirits are absolutely malevolent.
Yep.
I'm calling the Ghostbusters.
Let's see, who else was there? There was Yan Yan, who we never actually see what happened to him. No, it's like if you get the bad ending, which I did on accident, you find out that he was just stuck in a bathroom the entire time. Shelly ends up she ends up killed and hung in the rafters of the medical building.
That sucks.
Okay, what is with this music? Anyway, yeah, that's what happened to Shelly. Ira, Linda's best friend, her fate's determinate. And luckily, like at the end of my game, she was still alive, but she stayed behind in the haunted village because the third sister that possessed her was really, really lonely. And also, it seems that Ira and Linda both have become, well, they've become like the new sisters. Whoa!
So I don't know if you've been messing around with your copy of Shard, but like the hardest part to figure out what to do with is like the main body itself. With the helicopter and everything.
Yeah. Like, I haven't been messing around with her, but that's what I've seen from people.
Like, you've seen how I used it.
Mm-hmm.
I just turned it into a big old riot shield with a Gatling gun.
Come back here, you nine-tailed fuck.
Alright, quotes.
But yeah, Ira survived but stayed behind in the village in order to keep the spirits from, you know, leaving. Linda gained the power of the Lady in Red, the first sister. And Miss Siska, at the end of the game, walks away with a snake baby.
That is a sentence.
And it is heavily implied that she brought the students there on purpose.
Eee.
Yeah.
Feeding your demon masters, are we?
Actually, it was less of that and more like tormenting the spirits.
These students are so awful, I'm gonna torture the undead with them.
Well, it's because two of them are were potential keepers of the dark. Ow! Bitch!
I showed
Wow.
one combination I came up with it in the toy room if you're interested.
Well, I died, so...
Now to see what I can do with Armada Prime.
So how are you feeling, Making One?
Not quite over what I've got, but significantly better.
That's
really,
good.
it's just the occasional cops now.
So I had an idea for Transformers Odyssey, if you want to hear it.
Fire away.
So, I already have an idea for, like, the big bads of quote-unquote Season 1. It's a group of various villains, mostly Megatrons, Galvatrons,
The occasional Deathsaurus.
well, I'm getting there, a Mega Empress, and also Magmatron. Led.
I'm gonna hear
Well,
Mega Empress get invoked.
yeah. Not quite led, but guided by Deathsaurus. Because we all know, any bot with Tron in their name has a problem with will have a problem with leadership. Like who's the leader?
Yeah, no kidding.
So, Deathsaurus' plan is to invade and overtake Cybertron. With, of course, the use of these displaced bad guys, and as well as Cyclonus' Decepticons, who immediately signed up when they learned that there was another version of Galvatron.
Imagine their surprise when the Galvatron in question turns out to be a robot vampire.
Well, okay, two Galvatrons. There's the robot vampire, and then there's one from a universe where Unicron won. In the '86 movie.
Okay, that's actually kind of scary.
Basically, Unicron wins. Hot Rod never becomes Rodimus. And as Galvatron is continuing to use an enslaved Galvatron as his enforcer, this Galvatron, still wearing the Matrix, mind you, is displaced into the Odyssey timeline. And
okay,
that's the Galvatron that Cyclonus' Decepticons decide to follow.
Oh, I can only imagine the sheer boost to their collective egos that would be.
Yep.
See? He led us to victory in one timeline. It is possible! Cybertron is ours! Galvatron just conveniently leaves out the part where Cybertron got destroyed.
Yep.
But he does mention taking over Earth. Like, dude, I am telling you this because I think it could be a useful tool for you. The timeline you're describing sounds like the bad future from Target 2006.
Oh?
It was a comic book in the Marvel UK run where we get to see a universe where Unicron won and Galvatron destroyed almost all the Autobots.
Oh.
The big difference here is that in your version of events, Rodimus Prime never comes to exist.
Yep.
In the comic, Rodimus exists and was promptly very nearly destroyed, left to just kind of bleed to death as stranded in New York. You'll note the multiple kind of gaps and pauses there because I'm trying to think of how to describe it without it getting awkward.
Right. Well, the point is, this Galvatron is from, well, a similar universe. Now, the way I have it planned is that once the invasion begins, Death Source using Mega Empress's ability, like a powered up version of her ability to affect everyone on Cybertron, minus their forces, of course. Once they invade Cybertron and Mega Empress is taken down by the Rust Bucket team, Rodimus finds this Galvatron and starts fighting him. Eventually, Rodimus does the same stunt he pulled on Galvatron the first time when he got the Matrix.
So he just freaking yeets him?
Well, no, like when he obtained the Matrix from around his neck. Um, and
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
and guess who happens to swing on by with a giant oil tanker like uh thing to smack Galvatron in the back with.
Well, Optimus is getting another Matrix.
Yes, if only temporarily. And they both use the powers of these two matrices
Matrices.
to essentially annihilate Galvatron. Because this version of Galvatron had spent more time with Unicron. He's more seeped in Unicron's energy. So,
You know, funny enough, there was actually a point I was gonna make that uses this very logic here. So there is very clearly some kind of connection between Unicron and Galvatron, since Galvatron is directly obtaining his power from the big old Chaos Bringer.
mhm.
So, almost as if in revenge, or just to avenge the planet Cybertron they lost in another universe, what if blowing up Galvatron with the Matrix ends up backfiring onto his Unicron?
Ooh, I like that.
It literally just travels backwards along the same connection. It works both ways, Chaos Bringer.
Like as they're blasting him apart, he just starts like first he's screaming, then he's laughing, and then it just cuts to Galvatron's universe. Unicron is going about his business as he starts to explode.
I imagine we see him like closing in on his version of Earth, deciding now is finally time, and that's when he explodes.
Yeah, he just starts exploding. He's like, "This cannot be." Like, whatever it was he said at the end of the '86 movie.
Destiny, you cannot destroy my destiny.
Yeah.
The hell?
Hi, Taro.
You caught us mid-conversation. It's always gonna sound weird.
We were talking about my story, Transformers Odyssey.
And how I ended up wrapping up a loose thread with the setup Bear actually established.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because remember, the way Unicron works, it's only a matter of time before that one just dimension hops into another universe to start over.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that there will be occasions where Galvatron attempts to exert more free will over his decisions and gets reined back in.
Oh, yeah.
And his big question is, how and why Unicron can still do that when it's not even the same universe?
Whoa, what the fuck?
You know, that actually reminds me. Speaking of loose ends involving Unicron, what do we do about the giant floating head orbiting Cybertron?
That's a very good question.
Because, as we last saw in the Generation 1 cartoon, he's alive. He's conscious. Which, I'm going to mention, due to the way it works, Galvatron kind of became more powerful the instant Unicron woke up.
There's a ghost just doing a jig. What the fuck? I remember this room. This was in the first game. But yeah, they blast Galvatron with the two matrices and kill him and his Unicron.
With just hearing that joyous realization when I made that suggestion makes it even more worthwhile.
And alright, so are either of you familiar with the ending of Mega Man X5?
Nope.
No.
Are either of you familiar? I already know the answer to this question, but are you either of you familiar with the intro cinematic to Mega Man X6?
Nope.
Nope.
I could look it up later, but at the moment, no.
Okay. So, the book arrived today. I can now focus my attention fully to resurrecting them. All of them. It's been years since any deserving messenger been around to deliver the words of the Dark Lord. My efforts will be proven when the world shall once more bask in the sweet incantations of the true bearer of the faith. I don't think that worked out too well for you, buddy.
No, not really, no. No. Hell no. All of the no.
But, yeah, so at the end of X5, Zero is heavily damaged, right? He's missing his legs and his left arm. X, who's still relatively intact, grabs hold of Zero. But little did they know, Sigma, who they beat the shit out of, is still just barely functioning, and fires a shot straight through X. Causing him to let go of Zero as he falls towards, as Zero falls towards his right. You think, you think, oh, Zero's gonna fall and die. No, as he's falling, he has one eye closed, his buster cannon on his right arm fully charged, a smirk on his face, and then just shoots a blast that straight through Sigma's face that kills him. I am thinking of incorporating that with the defeat of Deathsaurus.
Sweet.
To facilitate this, however, at least in the way I want to, Breakback's rifle will have undergone many modifications, mostly by Magnificus. And the rifle is powered by the spare matrix. I'm thinking of having like a conversation between Rodimus, Optimus, and Breakback about about the spare matrix and how like Breakback has proven himself to be a prime. But Breakback just goes no and takes the rifle or takes the matrix, slams it onto his rifle and like transforms it into something akin to the Requiem blaster.
I believe Matrix Cannon is an actual term.
Okay.
Thank you, Big Convoy. You gave us something we can use.
That is basically what Breakback uses to defeat Deathsaurus. He doesn't necessarily kill him. He does severely damage him. But what he does is punch a hole through the already weakened dimensional barriers and send him home. And not just send him home, but make sure he can never come back. That's what I'm planning on.
Did you tell Megamon what happened during the last few minutes of the first game?
Oh, all the crazy bullshit?
Yeah.
The fact that you're describing it as crazy bullshit and already wary.
So basically, from what I understand, I don't know if this actually happened, but from what I understand, is that the lady in red, was it the first sister or first?
First sister.
The first sister, whatever you want to call her. Yeah, she's sealed inside main character here.
Okay.
Or at the very least, passed her powers on to her.
Yeah, because at the end of the game, as we got the true ending, there was this giant, almost biblically accurate angel-looking thing, like a giant eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
That would follow your eye movement. Like if you look left, it would look left. If you look right, it would look right. Up, down, down, whatever. It closed its eye, turning into a mouth. And then the lady in red willingly walked into the mouth after grabbing main character's hand. And what was it she said, actually?
I don't know.
Something, it's up to you now, something, blah, 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 plot convenience, bye.
I'm retiring. This shit's stupid. Bye.
Yeah. Then, like, main character's on her knees in the main hall where you enter the school in the first place. And there stands the teacher, holding some sort of snake baby.
Oh, this is starting to sound familiar.
Yeah, I told him about the steak baby.
Ah.
That shit was weird.
To me, personally, it feels like, oh, for the last few seconds of this game, let's just turn it into a bridge series, where anything can happen.
Oh god, we've got full ghost stories. Never go full ghost stories.
Listen, man, go like say what you will, but Ghost Stories was funny as hell.
I mean, I am joking, but yes.
What else? Also, if I understand this one correctly, there may be two teachers running around now.
I doubt that.
Listen, if it does go for that, then Faiza, I'm right. If it doesn't, then I'm wrong. No cares either way.
It's getting boring over here.
uh,
So, you want to see what I managed to think of with Armada Optimus with the shard combination?
I believe he's speaking to you, Taro.
Both of you, actually, because
Oh.
I didn't show you Armada Optimus with the shard combination yet.
Oh shit, you're right.
I showed you Megatron, not Optimus.
You right.
Uh-oh. It seems you won't find me in time.
You never said anything about time limit.
I'm not there anymore. Time's up. My turn.
What?
Okay. I'm counting down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit.
Alright, I have something I'm going to need to put in memes, so bear with me. Also, I put something in quotes, Taro, if you want to take a look at that. Fallout 3, I'm going to find my father. Fallout 4, I'm going to find my son. Fallout the series, I'm going to find my father too. New Vegas, well, I'm going to find that checkered wearing bastard who shot me in the head.
Fallout 76. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that about sums it up. Because, like, to my best understanding, the original purpose of Vault 76 was to sort of function like a control vault up to a certain point, wherein the residents would then be let out to terraform the area around the vault and attempt to reestablish a form of government. Only they were not prepared for the actual crazy shit that was going on outside that vault. Thank you, Enclave reject.
You mean the Brotherhood?
No, I mean straight up Enclave.
Ah.
Because apparently, the Enclave bunker in Appalachia got it's cut off from, you know, the other bases, and so the guy in charge of this bunker eventually went mad with power and fabricated means to keep people trapped inside that bunker so he'd never lose power. One of these means eventually took the form of the Scorched Plague.
Oh, that's just lovely.
So, imagine feral ghouls if they were a contagious disease. That's one half of the Scorched. The other half is that it's not limited to humans. I got to see a Scorched Beast for the first time the other night while I was playing with his Chocobo.
Yeah.
Scorched Beasts are what happens when bats get infected with this plague. You effectively get giant plague dragons.
That's a lot of dead bodies.
So that is more or less what I seem to have gleaned from this. In an attempt to make Appalachia livable again, you have to deal with this plague as well as people who are moving here to attempt to get at what may or may not be the vault containing the U.S.'s entire gold reserve in the Fallout universe.
Hi, big guy.
I can only imagine what would happen if the NCR found this place at some point after the Fallout series. Because, like, a large chunk of why, like, the Mojave went back to using caps and why NCR money was worth as little as it was because there was no longer a gold standard to back it. Because, thank you, Brotherhood!
I am stuck.
Alright, I'm done with the Fallout rants.
It's okay. I'm dead.
Yeah, no, I realized fairly early on, and oh, yeah, spooky time.
Also, one thing we learned about this game is that here in Limbo, you can actually see flashbacks of the first game.
Lovely.
Miss Siska, where are we?
I really
Excuse me. Still shaking off the last of it.
over here. Oh, wait for me. Wait, where are you going? Don't just run off like that.
Come to think of it, you were always kind of like my personal bodyguard. For free, though. Right, sis?
So, you know that animated Optimus Prime that got recently released?
Mm-hmm.
We now have confirmation of the Motor Master.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, I say the Motor Master because that's how he referred to himself in the animated comic he debuted.
Where's Yaya? Where the heck did he run off to now?
So, the basis of this comic was more or less the Stunticons are a group of Decepticons in disguise as an Autobot stunt show. And the events of that comic was effectively them attempting to break Megatron out of prison. And ultimately failing.
Did they combine?
No, they do not. Because at this point in the animated timeline, combiner technology like that is limited at best. I mean, there's a reason Safeguard is considered such a bizarre thing outside of just being flying Autobots.
So yeah, as you can see, Lindo went through some shit in the first game. Possessed Ira. Dead Shelly. The second sister breaking an already dead Donnie's neck. Encountering the first sister, the lady in red. She went through some crap.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if she came out stronger for it, because she at the end, in the good ending, she has a voice message from Ira, who's still alive, but she's played it like over 2,000 times.
Whoever said whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger ought to be shot in a non-fatal area. See what that happen. See what happens there. I can't even words today.
Wait, where is he?
By the way, just something that amuses me, it should be noted that in the Stunticon Job comic, where they're showing that attempt to break Megatron out of prison, Sentinel is wearing a more elaborate helmet and shoulder pauldrons that evoke Starscream's coronation getup in Generation 1, complete with cape.
Of course.
The intended season 4 would have had one of its many ongoing plots be a power struggle between Optimus and Sentinel.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
All because Sentinel was so insecure, so unwilling to step down from power, that he legitimately... You know how history is written by the victors?
Yeah.
That is a mentality Sentinel has, because he... This is probably one of the scummiest things he's ever done. He altered Ultra Magnus's final words for the record.
Of course he did.
Yeah, one of the plots that leads here is the fact that Ultra Magnus would die of his shockwave inflicted wounds. But he managed to pull just enough strength together once his hammer was returned to hear the report of Megatron's capture and what happened on Earth. Prowl's demise, the reunion of the Allspark fragments, everything. And honestly, some of what Magnus said in response to this is some of the most heartwarming shit you would hear from this version of Magnus. He recalled that once he told Optimus that being a hero was not in his programming, and he's never been happier to be wrong.
Spirit banished. But yeah, I hear you.
And it's like, just reading that made me smile. It's part of what inspired me to write the little short story I did there with Be Strong Enough to Be Gentle.
Oh.
Which, while trying to keep everybody in character, I honestly think I handled Sentinel pretty well, with him immediately attempting to dismiss this genuine wisdom and going, what kind of screw loose, unplugged, back assward herd's logic is that? Now, granted, that isn't exactly what he said. I am paraphrasing, but like, it is something Sentinel would say.
It is. It is. I hear heavy breathing. What the fuck is happening?
Oh, speaking of representation from Transformers Animated, apparently we have a Slipstream figure retooled from the recent Windblade to look forward to.
Nice. Wait, is she animated or
I don't know what
Cyberverse?
universe. I don't know what universe. It's just said Slipstream.
Oh.
One last bit of Fallout stuff since I found the comic again. The Black Octobot Uber timeline in a nutshell. Hey, you lost or something? Boone says, looking for a mailman. Seen one come through here? Yeah, covered in cacti and dragging 3 live geckos. That your guy? Yeah, that's him. Yeah, here we are. There's what I had written. What kind of screw-loose blown circuit logic paradox is that? Upon hearing the phrase, be strong enough to be gentle.
Because, of course, Sentinel would be so up his own ass that he wouldn't understand it.
The speaker who uttered that phrase just tells him, with a frown at that, here on my planet, we teach this to our children before they even start school. Is it really that hard for you to understand, Sentinel Prime? I'm deeply disappointed.
Oh, goody! It's been quite a while since I've played with anyone. Come on, play a game of hide and seek with me. Pretty please. I'll go easy on you.
Okay, now I gotta find this ghost girl. The fuck? There were noises coming from there.
You know, while I'm thinking about Sentinel, I'm actually kind of hoping we see a new figure of animated Sentinel Prime somewhere in the upcoming Transformers toy lines. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Then I could have my Optimus punch him.
Okay, that was weird.
I got stuck with the ads, so I just went quiet for a bit.
I just kind of stopped in my tracks as the ghost girl just kind of walked on past.
It's getting boring over here.
Uh-oh. Where the fuck did she go?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get myself some food.
Alright. Alright, going back to the mirror so I can try and see if I can find a way to find the hide and seek ghost. Oh, okay, that's not too hard. You still there, Taro? I guess he left.
Oh, goody! It's been quite a while since I've played with anyone. Come on, play a game of hide and seek with me. Pretty please. I'll go easy on you.
Shit, she's not there.
You got me.
And now back to the other spot.
It's getting boring over here. Thank you so much for playing with me. I like you a lot, lady. Here's something as a thank you. I found them earlier.
Oh. And with that, I believe we have completed this area. Uh-huh. Also, this place is lit up now. What the hell? And that's clearly a door forming. Alright. Files. Haunting of Child. Best thing this little girl knew was playing hide and seek with her friends. Her persistence helps her excel at this game all the time. She can hide forever in one place before her friends find her. One day the little girl and her friends played near the outskirts of her village. Naturally, she went into the forest to find a good hiding spot. But what started as a sunny day suddenly changed into heavy rain. All her friends decided to end the game and start to call her. However, being a master at hiding, she refused, thinking that it might just be her friends trying to trick her into losing. For a long time she hid, and not before everything was too cold for her that she eventually decided to leave. Unfortunately, the dark and heavy weather kept her from finding her way home until she went deeper into the forest. Damn. The Beast! The Beast was once a mortal being whose name has been lost to time, but when he was alive, he only had one true passion: devouring human flesh. And he is particular to the meat of young maidens. Before devouring his victims, he would always have a little fun breaking them before he feasted. To him, the most pleasing experience is when his food had lost all hope. Therefore, more tender in his mind. Included in his method is having one of his victims watch as the other victim was eaten by him while she's still alive. One time he was careless enough to have one victim escape his clutches, after which the townspeople captured and sentenced him to death for his crimes. He was sentenced with an unspeakable punishment. Using his own methods on him, he was forced to eat his own flesh, which to everyone's surprise, he enjoyed. Ninetales. This mysterious being has lived for centuries. Her appearance is that of a fox with 9 tails. It is said that the more tails a mystical fox has, the older and more powerful the fox is, which in her case indicates that she has lived for more than 9 centuries. Being a trickster in nature, she sometimes manifests herself as a beautiful woman just for the sake of fun. During her early years, she lived in close proximity to a village. At one stroll through the forest, she was misled into a trap that was set by a young girl. The girl took pity on her and released her soon afterwards. Fox's gratitude came in the form of a lasting friendship with her. They played together almost every day for years to come. As time went by, the girl grew into a mature woman. The fox even attended her marriage, disguised as one of the village farmers. Yo, it's actually kind of heartwarming. What the fuck? Devorador is a demon shaped like a deformed canine. He was once a human being without the consciousness of one. He derived pleasure from mistreating animals, especially dogs. It's possible that this habit stems from the abuse he endured from his father during childhood. One night he decided to steal one of his neighbor's pets, a Labrador dog. As like what he did to the other dogs he tortured, he threw this one into a pit near a vacant lot in his neighborhood. He'll let the dog die of starvation as he checks on it every... I hate this guy already. Okay, the dog owner saved his pet and left the freak to die there. everlasting. Great freaking. Lovely.
I'm back.
Jesus.
I'm back.
You both came at the perfect time to scare the shit out of me.
Oh, you got a bot in chat.
Yep.
I'm gonna get going actually, and I'll see you all when I see you. Bye.
Bye, Taro.
I can only stick around so long. I needed to move heavy things.
Okay. Well, I'm still trying to figure out how this particular level works. Because I'm in the old abandoned school, but there's a few key differences.
Of course, right when I sit down and say that is when people come upstairs and tell me to start moving things. I'll be back again.
Alright, man. Now I get it.
susuk-susuk iya geus loba ngabantuan urang. Nu penting aing lalaki mah aing ge boga ka aing sorangan.
Holy fuck.
I'm back for however long it takes to dismantle a bed frame.
Okay. Well, I took down another boss ghost.
Beware, for I am the boss ghost! I will fire you from every job you'll ever have!
Oh, also, if you are watching the stream, I got this today.
Sorry about that.
You're good. I got...
Chromia, neat.
Yep. Of course, buyer's remorse is already kicking in because I already have a Chromia.
What makes it worse is that this one doesn't look enough like the Cyberverse Chromia to justify it. This one looks more like a generic kind of, what's the word? Evergreen Chromia.
Ah.
Like, for a couple of things right off the bat, Cyberverse Chromia had 4 wheels and a different head design.
Right.
If anything, they probably could have made her a partial of, like, the Studio Series Bumblebee movie RC.
Oh. These random dudes these random nerds I've been banishing are fans of that band that are in that one world.
So, yeah, fun fact, in the new Skybound Energon universe comics, the people of Cobra Law consider Megatron to be an abomination because he is not a piece of organic technology like they're used to.
Ah. You know what? That makes sense.
The man who will eventually become Cobra Commander had been studying Megatron for quite a while and learned the secrets of Energon in order for to start developing stuff like the Cobra Bats.
Ah.
And you know what? Developing the battle attack robot things to like via reverse engineering Decepticons makes a hell of a lot more sense than like any of the other things they could have reverse engineered the bots into.
True.
Okay, that running animation is something I could have lived without seeing.
So now I figured out what the difference is between the real dolls and the fake dolls. The real dolls don't have anything on their face. The fake dolls do. Although it doesn't help that the real dolls also move around.
So thinking back to Transformers animated and how they could be represented in the current toy lines, I'm thinking animated Megatron for Commander class.
Ooh. That would be cool.
And that way, at the Commander price point, not only can they make sure Megatron is properly sized and engineered, but they can also include some interesting little full accessories. I'm not expecting to see the Headmaster unit again, but there's got to be something.
I got her!
Ooh, I just thought of the one. I just thought of one. A severed Starscream head with a visible Allspark fragment.
That would be funny.
At which point, you can do a reverse of what the comic book Shockwave is doing. Have the Starscream head engineered in such a way that that it could fit on a potential future animated Starscream release.
Ooh.
Alternatively, if you don't want to do that, have him permanently be in weapon mode. For that matter, Titan class animated Omega Supreme. Let's go.
Yo.
Even better is that if they do that, there's already a recolor slash remold potential right out of the box. The Lugnut Supremes.
Hmm.
Which you can include alternate heads to have it be the Lugnut Supremes or the Starscream Supremes.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. So I have slowly but surely been trying to watch the X-Men, like the original X-Men cartoon, so I can watch 97 and not be lost.
Mm.
And something about the background, man. It's just they look like they were water painted.
Welcome back to the 90s. We've missed you.
Although, like, I will say the show's still pretty good. I do like when Sabretooth is introduced and Professor X is going through Sabretooth's head to try and, like, calm his aggression. You see flashes of, like, various other characters, including Deadpool.
Which is the first of two cameos Deadpool technically has. There's a shape-shifting mutant, not Mystique, but like
Morph.
Morph. Thank you. When Morph, spoiler, eventually he turns traitor and goes over a bunch of different like transformations to show off his power. One of them is Deadpool.
Interesting. Like, I know in 97, like, there's a lot of cameos in that, and it's mostly because of Morph. But yeah, I'm not too far in right at the moment, because I got other shit I need to watch too. Like, I woefully behind on Boon Boomger and Commander Gotchard.
I have seen some of the clips of Boon Boonger, specifically in regards to how the transformation sequence works.
Oh?
I love it when they use the environment to activate the morphers. That's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, gramophone recording.
I still pity the cute actors, though, having to see through those.
Oh, through the tire faces?
Yeah. I was about to say, was the phone camera supposed to not work?
I think I have to wait until this guy has, like, his mouth eye out. Yeah, like that. Fuck. Hey, where you going?
Okay, looks like people are moving stuff again. I'll be back.
Alright. Huh. Alright, I think this is the place Donnie, like, chased me into. Oh, you again.
I'm back for good.
And I just killed the ghost. Okay.
Are we sure you're not on Moonscar Island right now? That would make all the sense.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm in some sort of spiritual world.
So we're in the ghost zone. Makes about as much sense.
Yeah.
Tiger poster was on the girl's wall. Who liked
Just a moment.
Okay, spirit banished. AJ Tater, yo, what up? Yes, he did. He's dead now, though. So let's see. That's almost all the rooms. You need to call the police. We're in
Back
the
again.
we're in the spirit world. I don't think the police are gonna help AJ.
Hi, AJ. Should I do something about the bot?
It only posted one time, so
Yeah, but that is virus-laden link if I ever saw one.
yeah, if you can get rid of it.
There we go. Be gone, malware.
The fudge? Alright, so I can't pick up that doll. Fucking... I remember this room. I don't think I can actually do anything in this room.
Ever watch Cyanide and Happiness? There's a skit where they shoot themselves to become ghosts and then proceed to beat ghost criminals with ghost batons.
That's actually kind of funny. You cannot escape our ethereal of justice. Ah. Aha. Jesus, game. I know I have to put it over there. You didn't have to freaking jump scare me.
So there's this MLP fan series thing going on. I think it's based on a fan game.
Mm-hmm.
The premise is that Phoenix Wright got sucked into Equestria because Celestia needed the best lawyer in the multiverse and ended up magically selecting him. Naturally, he's freaked out.
Naturally.
And he's repeatedly questioning, have I actually gone insane? I am representing horses in a court of other horses. The lawyer he's repeatedly up against, prosecution and whatnot, ends up being the great and powerful Trixie, who stubbornly only ever refers to him as Mr. Wrong.
Oh my god.
He tries to correct her, like, it may be Phoenix Wright, but I spell it like she doesn't care.
Okay. What happens if you tackle the dancer? Yes, I know it's you, AJ. I don't know what happens if you tackle the dancer. However, we're at 2 hours, so gonna have to end it here for today. So, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92.
And Meikumon.
With a brief appearance by Taro. Yes, you do. Because I keep forgetting to say it myself, I have now added it at the beginning and ending of the stream. If you like the stream, consider supporting us at the link below. for those who are watching on Twitch.
Thankfully, not the link that was just here.
Yes. Anyway, yeah, we're probably gonna play some more Keepers of the Dark tomorrow. I was like really gung-ho about this, but I'm starting to peter out a little bit. Mostly because I don't know, like, what the fuck was I supposed to do against that dancer?
Otherwise, we could go back to Little Kitty Big City
Yeah, it's always that.
for a nice palate cleanser.
Oh, I just need to let her finish the dance.
Well, one way or the other, this is the end of the stream, folks. Take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated. It's getting pretty warm out there.
Mm-hmm. I do need some Ghostbusters gear. Yeah. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and we will see you guys next time. All right?
Peace.
Peace.